They just don't get it. And
But the thing is, they're right. But I quickly realized that I'm broke and you need money.
you realize that you're broke.
I had $5. Yeah. Ignore objective reality. Be delusional.
To some point.
There's no limits to it.
How are you gonna get to 100K?
3.5 hours of sleep at night. I think we became the best short form video agency in Slovenia.
You've been there this pretty much a good year at this point. And you're already the best and locally, you know?
I mean,
There's
yeah.
nobody better.
Like, okay, bro, I know you don't have a girlfriend, but if you would,
Everyone should get punched in the face.
yeah, it's not
ASAP.
that bad. It's not that bad.
Get your brother to punch you in the face right now. So never. No, 95 though.
No, I don't. No.
That's not an option.
No, a lot of my work is just thinking on how we could improve things. Like I literally just sit there right there.
Really?
Whoa, statistics are gay. Statistics are gay.
Everything is
No.
gay. I think it's great being misogynistic myself as well. Because
I fucking hate you.
here we are, first interview. I'm maybe sounding a little bit robotic because it was first interview and some problem with mic. You will have to bear it too, but first interview, I'm here with David, KST marketing.
KST marketing agency, yeah.
Head coach, leader,
Oh, my position. Yeah, we can say co-founder.
co-founder, and he has a team. And I'll be interviewing him today. We're gonna be going over his journey and his views on things. It will be a fun podcast. Obviously, his agency. How long have you been doing this agency for?
The agency officially about 6-7 months. I mean, we started working with the first client like a year ago.
Over a year ago. So his journey from there then to now. Obviously, he had a lot of growth and a lot of value will be shared. So stick around. And I got some questions written down for you and to kind of pinpoint out, but the conversation will flow as we go. So first of all, who even are you and what do you do?
Okay, so I'm David and I run a digital marketing agency. So basically it's a short form agency. We do clips for our clients, but we try to get them as much growth and as much views as possible. And we mainly focus on dating coaches. We help dating coaches scale their brand.
So we niche down, so you pretty much don't go for everyone.
Well, no. But I mean, if we get offers from other people, we can accept some, but it depends on what niche they're from and how they work.
And why is that?
It's just better to niche down because you have some specific things which you can just replicate if you're in the same niche. So
Also, you kind of build up one strategy and then not copy paste, but
it's almost copy paste.
it's almost copy paste by one, and it
the
works
same.
well.
For now, yes, works pretty well.
Yes, got it. And obviously, you've been doing it for over a year, you said, but you didn't go to school for. There isn't really a school for video for starting an agency, is there?
No, I mean there are some courses in the internet for
Yeah.
starting a agency, but we learned our video editing skills in Tate Hustlers University. That's where we learned basically all our base skills, what we sell, and we also did affiliate for him for about a year, and then we decided we want to build something of our own. We don't just want to be a part of a affiliate program, and we started our agency.
Got it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things to unpack here, but you said you started with Tate.
Yeah.
And his program taught you pretty much from the start and up.
Mm-hmm.
So what I've heard from Tate's program is obviously he has multiple campuses in there. It isn't just video editing and affiliate, like you said. Did you start anything before that, or was it straight editing?
I started straight to affiliate, yeah, and I learned editing.
And is like there any specific reason for that?
Yeah, me and my friend, we just like that campus for some reason. I don't know why.
Got it.
And we just, started working in there.
So you started with affiliate marketing and you didn't even try anything else?
Yeah, no, I mean, I tried a bit of crypto, but I quickly realized that I'm broke and you need money.
You realized that you're broke.
Yeah.
Got it.
And you need money because to invest in crypto or even to trade, it's a multiplier. And if you have $10 to multiply, you can 10x and you have 100, and wow, you made $90. So
Yeah, it's a capital thing. You need the capital to
Yeah, you need base capital. Yeah.
yeah, and you need some capital to even be worth it because it's a multiplier, and
Yeah.
obviously, bigger capital you have with the same multiplier, it's worth more, a lot more, right?
Yeah, they said you should probably have around 5,000 to start.
And you obviously didn't have that, right?
I had $5. Yeah.
And
But that was it. So yeah, then they said if you don't have that much money, you should invest in learning a skill,
sure.
and you can sell that skill and you can make way more money than with your $5 in crypto.
So pretty much offering a service because there's no expense.
Yeah, because if you want to start selling products, you need to invest in the product, and you
Got it.
actually need something to sell. If you have services, you at the start you sell your time
Got it.
and your skills.
But you said you had $5 at that time, pretty much.
Yeah.
And how is that? Were you like in school? You said when you started?
Okay. Yeah. We moved into this apartment with two friends, so there were three of us at the beginning. Yeah, we were going to school semi-regularly.
Semi-regularly, okay.
Semi-regularly, yeah.
Got it.
Not every day. And yeah, we were just basically sharpening our editing skills, and that was it. And just trying to make money in Tate's program. We were close to the bottom a couple of times, like when you have $20 and you need to eat for the rest of the week.
So,
But,
so you just didn't eat, or
No, I ate. No, I was never hungry.
got it?
But I was in negative money. So I found out that my card can go negative 100 euros. That was great. So it's a bit of a buffer.
Got it.
And yeah, I had negative money, but I was never hungry.
Got it. So it was hard to kind of make ends meet. You had rent at that point.
Yeah.
You had rent. You had to eat, and even though that were pretty much your only expenses, two expenses,
I mean, yeah, but that's like 400, 500 euros per month at least. So
which you couldn't come up with at that point.
I mean, so we made around 3K
Okay.
in Tate's program in a month, which was pretty good.
First month.
No, not first month. In 5 months in.
Got it.
But we were making it through TikTok, so we were posting Tate content on TikTok, and then TikTok started banning Tate, and
Yeah, I heard about that.
then we went from 3K per month to 0 in like 1 day, and then we lived off that 3K for like the next 4 months, and there was 3 of us, mind you. Yeah.
So there were 3 of you. You were friends, and
Yeah.
you made 3K your first month, and it was like this highlight. How?
Yeah, that month was a highlight. Yeah.
Yeah. So you said you worked for 5 months, right? And then first 4 months were like pretty much 0.
First 2 months were 0, and then we went, I don't know, 200, and then 500, 1K, and then boom, 3K, and then 0.
So let me get this. You went into this campus. You were a school guy, a school kid. You were going to school, and you didn't really had any income pretty much in your life. You didn't have like
Okay, I was making websites for a company,
okay,
which was bringing me around 200 euro per month.
okay, to you.
So I was
Still
also-
not at the expense level. You
No,
needed, like,
yeah,
yeah. You needed like 400, 500 just to live.
like 500, 400, yeah.
Yeah. And how was it like? You went from this kid in high school, were making pretty much no money, and you started this new thing, and you were fascinated by it, and you and 2 other friends were started going at it, and you started to see some results. 2 months in, no results. Keep on grinding. 3rd month, like you said, a couple $100. 4th month, even more. 5th month, you were pretty much almost ecstatic with the 3K, right? And how did it feel when you went from 3K and suddenly, boom, bang?
Well, I mean, it was like a high when you get that 3K.
Sure.
For the first time, it's a high. And then you go to 0, it really wasn't that bad. It's just, I mean, what else is there? You're going to work, you're going to keep trying. And if the results aren't there, fuck it. I mean, you have to eat, but that's it. It wasn't really like I was depressed or anything. It's just, you know, it is
You
what
weren't
it is.
shocked, you weren't anything. You were.
I mean,
detached
you're a
from-
bit sad you go from 3K to 0, but it's not like...
But you kind of try to detach yourself from emotion.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't even have a talk about it. Like, we were just like, yep, it's 0 now, keep on working.
That's the situation. How do
Yeah.
we move forward?
Everybody just knew you have to keep on working. We didn't have a conversation like we're at 0, what are we gonna do? Just keep working. That's the only answer.
So the thought of you giving it up, or maybe
It never crossed our minds.
switching campuses, or approaches?
Okay, well, we thought about, obviously, you think about pivoting when everything goes to shit. Maybe you try some other business, yeah, but giving up altogether and going to a 9 to 5 is never an option.
Got it. So 9 to 5, no go.
No.
So you started with affiliate marketing, which pretty much you were editing yourself, your
Yep.
friends were editing yourself. You didn't directly get paid. You just, for anyone who doesn't really know what affiliate marketing is, it's pretty much taking Tate's clips, like from this interview, you could take clips and editing them, getting views, and then redirecting those people to his product.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. You basically have an affiliate link. Like right now, we're talking about this product.
Sure.
I could say there's a link in the description of the video, and you would buy through that link. I would get a cut.
And you get like 20, 30%.
50%, yeah.
50%. Okay, got it. And so you weren't directly paid for your editing, right? So how did you go from that point and then to a video editing agency? So let me break it down as kind of a sub question. You pivoted out of affiliate. You hit the 2K mark with TikTok. What was the next step?
Okay, so it was a slight pivot. Like we still used the same skill set of making clips, viral clips, but we realized that TikTok wasn't unbanning Tate anytime soon, and we started trying YouTube and Instagram, and that was just not working at all.
Just switching platforms?
Yeah, just didn't work at all. I mean, I got a YouTube channel to 17K subscribers, and then it just banned it, and I never got it again.
Really?
Yeah, it was quite shit. Yeah.
17K to...
Yeah, 17K.
No strike, no warning.
Maybe one warning, but there wasn't like...
Isn't there like...
You get 3 serious warnings.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're like, what they're called, but no, I didn't get any
3
of those.
strikes, I feel like it's called.
Yeah, no, I actually didn't get that. I just got like a couple of videos taken down and then goodbye
Yeah.
channel, yeah.
It's crazy.
Um,
Is that even legal? I mean,
I mean,
not legal, is it?
it's a private
It's
company.
not against their policy.
I mean, it is, but what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a private company. You can do shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then we just started searching for other projects in the short form content agency, and we found Urosh Chaglai, his project. So this guy came up with a brilliant idea. I don't know if it was his idea or his team's, whatever. But basically, they got a bunch of clippers in a Discord server. They gave them weekly rewards for like total 200, 300 euro
Per week.
per week, yeah. And the best clippers got the rewards. The first place was, I don't know, 100, and then second 50 and whatever.
And based on what metrics? The
Views.
purely on views? Okay.
Views with his content.
Got it.
So we were the best in the Discord. So that was like euros, sorry, 100 euros extra per month, which helps us eat. That was nice.
Nice.
And
You
then
could eat.
because we were the best there, we kind of rose to the manager position. And
Of his company or?
yeah, of this small company, yeah. And then we tried to make this thing. We tried to sell it. So the idea was to basically pay your editors by how many views they get,
Got it.
and
So
then
per result.
by the result, yeah. And then also guarantee millions of views to your clients. So let's say they buy 10 million views, you guarantee them, and you just tell the editors, we can go to 10 million, get us there, and pay based on results.
So let me get it straight. You work for this Cheglai guy,
Yeah.
right? His company. You
Yeah.
were editors for him. And his company provided clips to other clients.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And you didn't just charge them like normal editors per edit. You promised, like, for example, millions of views.
Yeah, the company promised its clients millions of views.
So you get paid per result as well.
Yeah, I was paid per millions of views, yeah. So yeah, basically for every view an editor does, I was paid a percentage, yeah.
And how could you guarantee millions of views? Because obviously could you guarantee everyone a millions of views? For example, one guy that has 100 views per reel or short or whatever.
Yeah.
Or one guy that has 10K. Is it the same for both?
There is a hack on TikTok you can do, but it's quite expensive. You can just overwrite everything with volume. So if you put out 100 clips per day of somebody, it will go viral. That's just, so if you have 20 editors, everyone does 2 videos per day, let's say, which is low. 2 videos per day is nothing. That's 40 videos per day, every day. you will go viral. You will get views.
You said 40.
40 videos per day. 20 editors you have, they all post 2 videos per day. It's
Yeah.
40 videos per day.
On the same account.
No. They all have their own accounts.
Got it.
Yeah, so you basically spam TikTok. That's how Tate got viral.
For multiple accounts, just spam.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
And
But-
you combine those views. So I thought that millions of
Yeah.
views on one account. So no, combined
No.
views. Okay, got it.
Yeah. You get a client that wants to go viral, he buys 10 million views, you just make a shit ton of accounts, a shit
Got
ton
it.
of videos, and it will go viral.
It's kind of a crazy approach.
It's a crazy approach, and we thought it would work, but so we were like managers, but let's say the CEOs and the guys above us.
Even
were
above you.
kinda- Yeah, I have nothing bad to say against Urosh. Urosh was great, but the guys below Urosh and above us were kind of, you know.
I get
I
the
don't-
point. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what exactly they did and why it was like that, but something wasn't right there. I heard some rumors that people weren't working as much as they should, weren't communicating properly, and then it just went to shit.
So what? Did it like close? Not.
I mean, yeah, it's inactive. The company has no plans.
Got it. So all the editors were released pretty much.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. And how long have you been working at this point for them?
Oh, we were about half a year.
Half a year.
Yeah.
So 5 months affiliate, then you started straight away working for this guy, pretty much right away.
Yeah.
And half a year for this guy, and it again, you were making this money here?
We were making pretty much nothing because, okay, we made a little bit, sure.
Just
The thing
to
was,
survive. Pretty much.
it was a startup, so we weren't on a retainer, we were on a percentage. And and there was like 2 to 3 clients total, so there was like no money.
Got it.
Yeah.
And this was for half a year. This is the only guy you were working for. You didn't have any side
We were
projects.
also about 2 months after we started with this guy. We also got some of our own clients, which we were making clips, and we were getting paid by clips. So that
Per
was
clip. Okay.
so that start would eventually become what is now our agency.
Really, and this was alongside the
Yeah.
and you were pretty much doing the same thing. Just you weren't charging per result, but just per clip.
video. Yeah.
And how did you even get clients at that point? Did you get referrals? Did you
Cold email.
call email?
Yeah.
And would you say that's the best way to have a startup?
I mean, yeah, that's the only thing you got when you start. Yeah, just cold
It's
email,
pretty
cold
much
DM.
it's pretty much zero budget, right?
Yeah,
You can
it's
bulk up as
free.
much as you want. And
Yeah, it's free, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Got it. So, but which was first? You started working for this guy, Live, right?
Mhm.
Half a year. At what point did you kind of decide, look, this is cool, but we need to do our own thing also?
Okay, so we had a lot of conversations. What should we focus on?
Sure.
Now, his thing looked more promising. It was, in theory, a way better system than ours is.
Got it.
However, we weren't the decision makers, which was a problem because you have idiots who are decision makers and you can't do shit about it, and you invest your time and then
Yeah, I get it.
yeah. It looked really, really promising. Like, wouldn't buy guaranteed 10 million views?
Exactly.
Like, you want to go viral, you spend 10K, you get guaranteed 10 million views. Sounds amazing. Problem was in the execution. I mean, we waited for the website 4 months. Like, I know, sure, maybe the guy who did the website worked hard. Yeah, I don't want to shit talk anyone, but 4 months is just too much. Like, I'm sorry, you can't take 4 months for a website.
Yeah, no.
You need to get the first version out to the people and start DMing, and you can, okay, then you can spend 3 months working on it. Fine, but it needs to work like in a month. It needs to go.
Exactly. Speed is key, isn't it?
Yeah, and there was just no speed and no action, and yeah.
We were waiting for a website for months as well.
And we were pretty much forced to do our own thing because that thing didn't bring us any money. So like, okay, we can work on that, but we have to eat, so we're gonna do something else as well.
Got it. So it was urgency.
Yeah.
One thing is you didn't want to be dependent on others.
Yeah.
Being independent, pretty much, you can do everything by yourself.
Yeah.
Pretty much at the highest rank, what you said, you have one guy above you. If you have no one above you,
It's all on you.
yeah.
So if you fuck it up, at least you know you could have done something better.
So, but it does have good sides and bad sides, doesn't it?
of course. Yeah, I mean, with there comes responsibility, right? If you're the only one, it's like if you fuck it up, you fucked it up. You did something wrong, right? It wasn't somebody. There's no excuses. You were in charge. You said do this. This didn't work. You fucked up. If there's somebody above you, you can always say, like I'm saying right now, like they did this wrong, this wrong, this wrong. Probably we did some things wrong. Sure, I'm sure we did, right? But we weren't the only decision makers. Actually, we weren't the main decision makers, so we couldn't do a lot.
And would you say that I totally agree with that, by the way? And would you say that mindset, that taking the blame on yourself, is crucial for to run a successful agency?
Yeah, there's always something you did wrong. There's always something you can do better. So just blame yourself and deal with it.
Yeah, and I agree, because if you blame others, sure. For example, if you are the agency owner, for example, or co-owner, whatever, and you have editors below you, what good does it come to you? For example, if something went wrong, you have a project, you have a client, and maybe they were in the wrong, right? For example, they did a bad edit or something. You could blame them, right? And you could blame them, and you made a bad edit, and nothing would be wrong with that. But you could that takes away the power from you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You could say you made a bad edit, but you could also say I hired you.
I hired you.
I
I managed you.
Yeah.
I told you what to do. So it's my fault.
Yeah, I chose you, and I should have seen that you made mistakes from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Take full control.
It's
Got
always your fault. Yeah. And then, yeah, just out of necessity, we started working on our thing because that thing wasn't bringing any money, and we weren't responsible, and we didn't really know how to get the clients for that company, and we also weren't paid to get clients for that company. So we started getting clients for ourselves, and then we started scaling that. We started scaling in Slovenia. We got Slovenian clients.
Locally.
Yeah, local clients, basically, yeah. Now, the problem with that was because Slovenia, I don't think it's a third world country, but it's definitely not a first world country. And I mean, it's clean, it's nice, but people are just broke. You have like a small number of people who actually have money and can afford to pay you high ticket retainers. And we just couldn't scale here, unfortunately. So we decided to just keep the clients we have in Slovenia, use that money to survive and fund everything we need. And we started reaching out to American clients.
Got it.
And once we started reaching out to American clients, that's when we 2x'd our revenue in 2 months. And it's looking very promising in America because you can basically charge a lot more. I mean, the minimum wage here is €6 an hour. In America, it's $20, I think, in California.
That's per month, pretty much. You would say 1,000 here.
Yeah,
1,000 a month. And in America,
to 1,000, yeah.
And in America, it's almost triple.
I mean, the minimum wage per hour is times 4, I think.
Times 4.
I mean, it's at least times.
I don't know about you
it's
Americans, but I think it's like almost guaranteed 2,000 plus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can, bump your prices, and then you have better margins, and you can, have some breathing room.
Yeah. So for them, it's not a lot, right? But for you, because there's this wage gap barrier, and the magic of working online is,
I mean, my expenses are Slovenian, but my income will be American. So that's nice.
Yeah, and that's actually a nice way to put it. You have Slovenian expenses and American income, pretty much. Yeah. But we did kind of move pretty fast, right? You said you were working for the Gachiklai, and you did on your own thing, and you kind of took over the local market first. Got some experience, got some clients. Almost not perfect, but improved on your system. And when you see that it worked, you started to scale, charge more money per clip, right?
Yep.
And that's when you doubled your income. But we did kind of move fast. So that guy, Sheglai, was also local. What's Slovenian?
He has double residency, I think, Slovenian and American.
And were your clients local or were you international there?
For his company clients? Some of them were local, some of them were international, yeah.
But you said there were like only 3-4?
Yeah, one was international and like 1 or 2 were Slovenian.
Got it, okay. So, half a year with Sheglai, didn't work out, closed the company. You were working on your own thing, thankfully, alongside that. And when you closed that, you went just full in on your thing?
Yeah, I mean, it was gradual, right? We saw that thing wasn't going anywhere, and you slowly start realizing that you need to do something else, and you start working on, and then you have this thing that's making you money, and then you just didn't think about, and then you just start scamming it. I mean, it sounds stupid, right? But you have two things. One isn't making you any money, and the other is. But for some reason, you want to work on this one that isn't making you money because of the promises, and it looks promising and whatever. But then this thing's going to shit, so then you have to switch to the thing that's actually making you money.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. So one thing I want to clear up here. You were working on two things, like Chegla and your own thing. You only two things, nothing else.
I mean, I had school.
And school. Okay. But as business side. And when yeah, and that's a good point. They were doing, all of you were in school at that point, right?
Yeah.
So.
And we didn't fail, by the way. Like, you can do it. Like, I see people who don't work out, don't try to start a business. I don't know what the fuck they do. I'm probably playing video games or some shit. And then they fail at school. Like, bro. Like, come on.
And then here you are doing everything.
I go to the gym every day. I started a business, and it's right now, I don't want to say successful, but it's working and I'm eating off of it, so fuck you. And school is going okay. I mean, I did every test. I passed every test I took, so fuck.
Damn. So you're pretty much doing three things at the same time?
Yeah.
Or even four? You are fighting as well?
I mean, I train MMA now, yeah, but I started like 3 months ago, so that wasn't the whole process.
So pretty much your point is, how can you do all four things when some people fail at everything? You know?
Yeah, some people are just failures, I guess. I mean, if you look at it, if you want to play video games 6 hours a day, you can't really start a business, exactly. Right? It's kind of tough.
Yeah, if you put 6 hours a day into a video game, what will you get out of it? But if you put 6 hours a day in a business,
yeah.
Would you say that?
No, but they'll say, oh, but it's risky. What if I don't make it? What if I lose money? You have to fuck yourself.
It's risky to not do it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's risky not to do it. Yeah.
It is risky, but what will you get out of it if you don't do it? I don't want to get off topic, but would you say that's the main problem with people? That they don't...
I mean, they're stupid and lazy.
Try?
I mean, everyone is stupid and lazy, right? I mean, we make mistakes. We're not perfect. Like, we're lazy sometimes. What really helped us was moving in together. Because now you have 24/7 accountability. It's like, I couldn't in these 2 years pull up a video game and start playing. Because like my two roommates were like, well, what are you doing? Why? Are you retarded? Like, no.
So you are in the same room working?
Yeah, your environment is very important. Yeah, we work here. Yeah. Basically, yeah, there's like a podcast setup. There's usually computers everywhere and we just work.
It's crazy, yeah, because there's 4 of you in the room?
Right now there's 4, yeah. We started as 3, but then we got on work.
Got it, and you're all working on the same thing?
Yeah.
And that's amazing. So it's pretty much 100% accountability, for sure, but also giving yourselves ideas, right? And scaling your business together, and it's a good environment to be with.
Incredible. Like, if you want to achieve something, move in with people who think like you do. You can't, you can do it on your own, at home or with your girl or whatever. But if you want one hack, move in with people that think like you, because you'll get there 10 times faster.
It's interesting, yeah.
Because I can't procrastinate. Like, I literally can't procrastinate because I'll get bullied. Like, what the fuck?
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. And some people would say that's toxic, wouldn't they? You need time off, you can't play 1 hour video games a day.
I mean, those people are just gay. I mean, I'm sorry, but you're gay. I mean, you can do it if you want. If you want to be average, you can go for that life. I don't care.
You would say that you can't play 1 hour video games a day?
I mean, if I played video games for 1 hour straight, I would get bullied for like the next 1 week or 2 weeks.
But for people who are home alone,
yeah,
right? They don't have a brother. But you said you could do it, but it's easier to have your brothers pretty much around your brotherhood supporting you 100% accountability. But for the people who are at home, they might slip up, right? But they might actually enjoy video games.
Yeah.
Would you say that 1 hour, if they work 8 hours, right? Plus they do some side work and they finish up all the tasks, would you say that 1 hour?
No, cut it off. No, you cut it off. No, because it's stupid. Like, why would you do that? The problem with video games is that you actually do invest some time and effort. Like, the point of video game is that you put in effort and then you get the reward, because that's how humans are wired. Like, if you get free rewards, you're not going to want to play the video game. Like, in every game, there's a bit of struggle in a video game. Like you have to do X to get Y, and then you get the reward and you get dopamine. The problem is that you get the rewards way too fast. And let's say you play a video game for 1 hour and you level up 10 levels and whatever, and you get a shit ton of dopamine. And then in business, you can't play 1 hour and get the reward. You need to play 1 year and then you get the reward.
A lot more.
So your dopamine cycle is fucked. Like you think I'm gonna work for 2 days and I'm gonna get a client and it's gonna be great and hooray. But no, you're probably gonna work a year without clients and then you're gonna get a client and then slowly you're gonna get 2, 3, 4, 10.
Damn. Yeah. So it's not just a time investment that's a negative, but it's actually it fires your dopamine
It's fucking
sense.
with
So
your brain, yeah.
even when you don't play the video game 1 hour, for the other 23 hours you don't play, right? The 24 hours in day, 1 hour you play a video game, 23 you
It's
don't.
still bad. It's still shit. Like
It,
why?
it affects those 23 hours.
Yeah. It
You would
affects
say?
them. Yeah, 100%. You're not.
It makes you lazy
Yeah. It makes you lazy.
because
Because it's free dopamine.
you don't.
It hijacks your dopamine reward system for like an hour and it fucks it up.
Yeah. You expect.
Like I'm
dopamine
not a
to-
scientist, but don't do it. Like it's stupid.
And also one thing, it fires your dopamine sensors. Obviously, the time investment you could be doing, you could be doing on something
Yeah,
else.
but realistically, 1 hour per day isn't gonna change that much. However, you won't be as motivated if you play 0. I mean, you'll be way more motivated if you play 0 hours per day than if you play 1 hour.
Plus, I would say that you think about it, right? So
Yeah.
even if it's 1 hour, even when you aren't playing it, you would kind of be thinking about it.
Yeah, because it's way more dopamine, it's way more interesting, way more fun, and you're gonna try to work, and then you're gonna start thinking about the video game. Oh, and I can't wait to play it at 5 o'clock. Yes, it's only half an hour. Fucking dickheads.
Yeah, it's 1 hour. It's really not acceptable. I would agree actually.
Stop. Like, okay, what are you getting out of it? Yeah, okay, you could say enjoyment, but
Go spend time with your family.
bro, yeah, just go run or something. Like,
Yeah.
go outside, touch grass.
Yeah, no, I agree. And some people might think that it's extreme, but you gotta be extreme to have extreme results.
I mean, yeah. Like, if you want a normal life, you don't listen, go away. Go work your 9 to 5 and then
We
go
are
play
here
video
for the
games.
normies. You know?
If you want to work a 9 to 5, go ahead. I don't care. Like, I really don't care.
And I just want to clear up, we aren't like egotistic and stuff because obviously we still slack off. We are
We
perfect,
slip
right?
up.
We slip up.
Yeah. The environment gives you a lot of advantages. Because even when I slip up, not if, like when you do, you're human, right?
Sure.
Like I get checked, and when my friends slip up, they get checked. If you're at home, nobody's gonna check you. Like you're gonna sit there on your YouTube,
Yeah.
and you're gonna watch videos, you're gonna play video games for 2 hours. Nobody's gonna check you.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
So it's easier.
Way easier.
It's easier when you're brothers
Like,
to not slip up.
When we were planning to move in, we were theorizing about it. Yeah, it's probably gonna get easier and whatever, and we weren't sure if that's scope. Like, yeah, it's gonna be easier later. I can fuck up now. It's gonna be easier. But 100%, it's way fucking easier. Like I didn't like it was a click. You don't. You just stop the bullshit.
Yeah, obviously, but that's the point of having brothers around you. It's super
Environment.
easier. It's you can't fuck up your environment pretty much, right? But what would you say? To touch up on the mindset once more, if you're thinking that 1 hour back to the video game, right? If you're thinking, for example, 1 hour is good and it's cool, it won't affect me as much. If you're thinking 1 hour of video games, social media, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's good enough. It's not like 3 hours. 1 hour is good. Would you say that that 1 hour, it's the mindset, right? If you're thinking, no, 1 hour is too much, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to stay away from it, but you slip up.
Mm.
You will get back from it, right? And you will learn, and you will become better. And next time you might slip up less and less and less.
Yeah.
But if you keep it and you will progress. But if you don't, if you keep it in mind, and you think it is acceptable, you will never progress.
Yeah. I mean,
So slipping up is not the
it's
the
not
point
that
here.
bad. Yeah, no.
It's the mindset.
You're gonna
If
slip
you
up.
think, if you play 1 hour of video games in both cases, right? But in one case you think it's acceptable, and the other you think this isn't acceptable. I'm trying to change. In the other case, you will actually move forward. Won't you?
Yeah. I
So-
think so, yeah, but honestly, like if you live with your parents or with your girl or whatever, like I don't know how to stop procrastinating.
Good.
I stopped procrastinating because of the environment. Like if you're on your own, good fucking luck, bro. I have no idea how to do that. Like, honestly.
So your solution was pretty much.
But yeah, move in with your brothers. Like move in with people who don't
Yeah.
think alike, who want to actually achieve something in your life, and you're gonna stop.
So you don't need any mindset hack, don't need anything.
No,
You
just have brothers that are gonna
accountability.
check you if you fuck up, and
Okay.
that's it.
It's actually super valuable. And I'm doing that myself, but I can definitely see how fucking valuable.
Because
that
you
is.
just stop. You never fuck up. Because if you do, you get checked, and instead of 2 hours on YouTube, it's 5 minutes, and then somebody sees you like, what the fuck you doing? Like, what the fuck is you gay?
Instant
Like, stop
accountability.
it.
Instant.
Stop.
Yeah.
And then from 2 hours you go to 5 minutes, and then you go to 0. Because then you're embarrassed you even did that, and then you stop. And it's just
Even before you do it, you're thinking, no, they will make.
yeah. What if they see me? What if they see me? And then just don't do it, and then you go to work.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and then you just find more work because there's always more work.
So now it's unlimited work for sure.
Yeah.
It's for sure.
And even when you don't work, like you talk, of course. I mean, we don't technically work 24/7, but even when we're kind of resting, we talk about work. Because what else is there? We talk about women, work, sports, and I don't mean football. Like if you watch football, just why? Why are you watching football? Sports, I mean like gym and martial arts that we train, like sports we participate in, not like football or basketball or whatever gay shit like you watch. I don't
The
know.
things that benefit you pretty much.
Only things that benefit you.
Because
Because everything else is retarded. Like, why are you talking about another man running after a ball? Like, what are you getting out of that? Like, you get nothing. So why are you talking about it?
it's similar to video games, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just
Stupid. Dopamine. It's just entertainment.
Yeah,
Because sports is a broad theme, right?
yeah,
You have fitness, martial arts, and football all go together in sports.
yeah.
But
Actually, talk about something that's gonna benefit you, right? At least, okay, if you train football, fine, you can talk about it, how to get better, whatever. But at least you're getting better at something, right? Don't talk about football if you don't play football. Like, why are you talking about another man running after a ball? Like, what? Why?
so if you have a 9 to 5 job and you don't play football, but you just want to go home after your 9 to 5 job, chill out, crack open a beer, and for example, play football, watch football.
Like, I mean, if you want to be average, be average. Like,
Okay.
I don't care.
So you don't have beef with watching football by itself, but if you have ambitions for more,
Okay,
then
like, they tell a good fucking quote that I like. Someone has to flip the burgers. Someone has to flip the burgers at McDonald's. Like, it's not gonna be me. I'm sorry. I don't want to do that. If you want to do that, go for it. If you're gonna be happy, I don't care.
crazy.
But if you want something more, you're just gonna have to cut the bullshit, man.
Yeah.
No TV. Like, why are you watching TV?
What do you
fuck
came
do you
from?
watch TV? Why the fuck do you watch TV?
Everyone watches TV.
Like
My
if-
parents watch TV. And
Like, okay, but why? Okay, I'm not gonna talk about old people.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk about the
my
young.
parents are old. It's-
Well, older than 30. Like,
Okay.
listen, I'm
Yeah.
21. No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
20. I don't know how life is at 30, so I'm not gonna talk about it. But if you're in your 20s or teens, like, why the fuck are you watching TV?
yeah,
Do you have no goals?
yeah,
Like, why?
just wasting time
Yeah,
for entertainment.
wasting time.
No, and I'm not gonna be critical because I thought the same, and I agree with you totally. Because when you cut out the noise and you pretty much just focus on what you want, if you want, for example, more goals, if girls, right, more strength, more, go work on that. You know, go to the gym, go work on your hustle. That you actually gain something from it, right? But if you watch TV, what do you gain realistically?
Like, you don't gain anything.
Anything,
Like anything.
actually anything. You know, not knowledge, not anything, just
It's
entertainment.
mind-numbing entertainment.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So we had this rant. We had some beef right now, but I do want to touch up on the difference between sports. So football isn't good if you watch. But why
Like,
is it good to
if
watch
you-
MMA, for example?
Why? Anime.
MMA.
Oh, MMA. I wouldn't even advise watching MMA. Like, I do it sometimes. I watch some fights, but it's again like I'm not getting anything from watching a fight.
So you're aware.
Yeah, I'm aware of it. Yeah, I try to minimize that. Yeah, but at least I participate in it and I get the benefits of confidence and health and whatever. Like, I'm just not just watching it and then sitting in my couch.
So
No.
would you say that's still a bad habit or is it acceptable?
It's a bad habit, but it's way less bad than all the others. I mean, yeah, in an ideal world, I wouldn't watch any MMA fights. I would watch only, let's say, MMA tutorials, right? Because then you get some value at least, right?
But would you say if you watch MMA fights from the aspect of gaining something to see how you?
I mean, I guess it's a bit.
Does it take a lot of your time watching MMA?
No, like 1 hour.
It's that 1 hour of video games.
1 hour, no, but not per day, per month.
Per month, okay.
Yeah, I don't actually.
That's
care.
actually zero.
Like, yeah, I mean, I don't actually care to watch. I watch our guys at our gym fight. Like, if they have a fight, that's like, I don't know, once per month, once per 2 months. I watch that because it's, your friends fighting. And then maybe some of the top fighters. But again, it's like not more than 2 hours per month, that's for sure.
Okay. But you said you do fitness yourself and MMA yourself.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask you this, right? Is there a difference between being a footballer and watching football, and between you that is an MMA fighter watching MMA?
Not really, no.
Would you say that for an average guy who doesn't want to go pro, for example, and neither sport, is there more benefit to doing MMA than football?
Yeah, 100%. Like in football, what are you gonna get out of football? You're gonna get cardio, nice, that's good, it's important.
It's healthy, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's healthy, you're running's very healthy. But that's pretty much it. You become a very good runner, and I guess you get good roundhouse kicks, sure, maybe, at best. So you get one good kick and you get cardio, which is good. But if you invested that time into like any martial art, that I recommend MMA to everyone, you're gonna get all of the same benefits, but you're gonna actually learn how to defend yourself, like in case you need that. And to the people that say you don't need to defend yourself, you can just run away. Like, okay, bro, I know you don't have a girlfriend, but if you would, you'd understand that, sometimes you have people to protect and you should know how to fight.
Yeah, but still, if you can run, the running is the best option, right?
What?
Running is still the best option, isn't it? Even if you know how to fight.
I mean, like, if you're by yourself and there's two guys looking at you angry, like, just go away. Like, there's no point.
Sure. I agree with that.
You shouldn't have there's a lot of people in prison and that have huge egos. So don't have a huge ego. If someone's looking at you mean, just nod at them, smile, and just go away.
But if it's a last resort, you're cornered in.
If you're cornered or with your wife or kids or whatever, I mean, you have to fight.
Yeah,
you have to fight sometimes.
It's really a crucial. It's not, but I would say that it's not even okay for that maybe 1 or 2 times per life. Maybe it's cool, but just knowing that you could defend it, even if it's a confidence boost.
Yeah, you walk into a room and I mean, right now you instantly start sizing up people like, okay, this guy's a problem, this guy's a problem.
It's a male subconscious.
Everyone else is okay. Like once you start and you actually get good at a martial art, you're like, how did you even live? You start thinking that.
Yeah, for sure. Take your time.
Once you actually get good, it feels like you were a massive fucking pussy before, because you feel so much different. Like you actually know, okay, this guy's big, it's a problem, but I can handle myself. Like I know what it feels like to get punched in the face, to get taken down, to whatever, choked. Like it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. Getting punched in the face is not that bad. But you think it is because you've never done it before.
Yeah, and one thing, I don't do boxing or MMA and things like that. I don't train it, but I do sparring sometimes, and I do plan on joining MMA in the future. But I can say, when you get punched in the face for the first time, you lose that fear, I feel like.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's like you think the first time you get in the ring, you're gonna get scared shitless, but once you do it, you realize it's not that bad.
Everyone should get punched in the face.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Get your brother to punch you in the face right now.
I mean, don't do hard sparring every day because you're gonna get CTE and you're gonna be brain dead. But keep it to 1 to 2 times per week.
You gotta keep it safe, for sure.
Yeah, keep it safe. Don't be a dumbass. But if you join a boxing or MMA gym, like unless they're total idiots, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And it's just different confidence. Like you can go to the gym. I'm gonna explain it like this. Very simple. If you go to the gym, you get confidence because you look better. It's all about looks. You look better, and yes, you look scarier, a bit scarier because you're bigger. So you get a little bit of that fight confidence. But in martial arts, you get that actual fighting confidence. Like you get competent in handling yourself in these situations. It's just a different tier of confidence.
You actually
should do both. You should do both. You should do both.
Both. You would recommend everyone.
Unless you want to go pro in one, then just do one. But if you don't want to go pro bodybuilder or pro fighter, then do both.
But if you do fitness and martial arts and business, do you have time for all of it?
I would recommend you start with fitness. Unless you really want to join martial arts. Like, do what you really want, but if you don't know what to start with fitness. I think
So you
it's
would
better.
say start with one,
Yeah, start with one,
add
and
on to
then
another.
once you get good at one, decent, and once you're starting to make some money, because at the beginning of business, you're gonna have to spend a lot of time in your business.
Sure.
Like, I know in our beginnings, I couldn't do both. Like, there just wasn't enough time. We had to get shit done, and there just wasn't enough time. You just have you have that 1 hour to invest into fitness, and that's it. But once you free up your schedule a bit, and once it's going a bit better, you should do both.
So you were working every day, full day, pretty much.
Yeah, you can.
10 plus hours every day.
I mean, it looks like this. You wake up,
Straight business.
you go to the laptop, you check emails, whatever, and you talk with your friends, like my roommates, and then I work for like 2 or 3 hours. I eat something. While I'm eating, I'm listening to a podcast from Aaron Tate or Alex Hormozy or whatever.
No YouTube videos.
No, I usually try to avoid the bullshit ones, yeah.
Yeah.
So like educational podcasts or videos on YouTube for business, and then you go work again 2 3 hours, eat again, work again, fitness, and then maybe it's a little bit of rest, but you talk about business and you plan, and then I don't know, martial arts, and then you go to sleep.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. That's cool, and I would like to talk about this much, but we did kind of go off topic. Then we were talking about your business and how you ran it up to point here, and we will touch upon this fitness stuff and mindset stuff and brotherhood. But I do want to continue the topic that we said. Where we left off is pretty much you were with Chiglai, you separated, you started your own thing, and we were at the point where you were doing it locally. You were doing it for this. It was 1 year at this point. You were doing video editing.
Yeah, 1 year to 1 year.
Okay, 1 year, and
yeah,
we are at the point where you went 100% on your own. Did you do anything else, or did you just make videos?
I was making websites like 2 hours per week, but that was it.
Websites. What do you mean by that?
Websites.
Actually,
For a company, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, no, just WordPress websites that take you like 2 hours per week.
And why did you do that? Did you like?
Money. I needed to eat.
And where did you learn how to do websites?
The company that employed me taught me how to do it.
Was that like more of a school thing, or did you also do it on the internet?
No, yeah, on the internet, yeah.
And where did you get the client from? For video?
I just was hired by a company. I worked for a company that made websites, and I made websites
Got
for
it.
them.
So you actually, oh, I get it. So video editing wasn't paying the bills, and that's why you
Yeah.
actually.
No, well, I was doing websites throughout the whole thing because I started in high school. I just wanted some money, and my dad knew a guy that made websites, connected, and he hired me, and that was it.
Got it. And at this point, you were still making websites. You were doing video editing and websites.
Yeah, a bit of websites, yeah.
And were there still 3 of you at this point, or were you expanded to 4?
Somewhere around this time we expanded.
And the other 3 guys, they were only doing video editing?
One guy was also doing some different type of websites as well, like 2 hours per week.
Okay.
Maybe a bit more. And the other guys were, at this point only, I think.
So, apart from you two, a couple of hours a week, you were living together. You were doing purely this one thing all together, working in the same room, building up 100% accountability. Is that why you kind of took off?
Well, yeah, the environment was a big part.
You had nothing else on your mind?
No matter what happened, we worked, we did what needed to be done, and that was...
So would you say that it wasn't luck?
I mean, it was luck, but you can make your luck, I think. I think you can make your luck. Like if you... Tate said this as well. If you show up every day, you're gonna hit a lucky day. Like a lucky days come, but you need to be there every day to catch the lucky day. You need to work every day. Like we were working every day, making videos, reaching out to people, and then Urosh was an opportunity. It went to shit, but it was an opportunity. We learned a lot there, and also, new clients. Just reach out every day, do the videos every day.
So you would say kind of 2 things: consistency plus never giving up, always coming up from a failure.
Yeah, just if you never stop, you're gonna get somewhere. Like, yeah. Now there is a time to pivot. I'm not gonna talk about that too much because I don't know when you should pivot. But yeah, don't ever give up. You can do small pivots, but don't give up. Yeah.
What would you say? What time frame? How long should you try one thing? For example, video editing. And if you get, like, for example, you're doing video editing for 1 year and you get 0 results, should you pivot at the time?
I mean, if you're actually at 0, like if you try your best for 1 year and you're at 0, like 0 clients, nothing happens,
Is that even
then
possible?
you should pivot. Yeah.
Is that even
I don't
possible?
think that's possible, but if you actually do that, then yeah, you should pivot. If you gave it your best, you worked every day on this and you got 0 clients, 0 responses, just pivot, yeah. Then. But I don't think it's possible. You're gonna get some responses and you're gonna get like a client. Even if it's a shitty client, you're gonna get it.
But I do want to touch upon that. What do you actually, in your personal opinion, think trying your best actually is? If you have a 9 to 5 job, if you have school, obviously you had school and fitness and stuff, what is you trying your best? Is it just put in the hours?
Yeah, 100%. You need to put in the hours, yeah. Just do what needs to be done every day and plan like 20% of your time, like think about things and plan it. But 80 to maybe even 90, you should just do the things that need to be done. Especially in the beginning, you should just work. You don't need to think. You should just like copy what someone else is doing and just work.
So no thinking, no procrastination, just try to work as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Got it. And you kind of said that ratio of thinking about it is 20 to 80.
I would say that, yeah. Or maybe even less, maybe even 5% in the beginning. Like you don't have that, like you have no experience in the beginning and you just need to get the experience and you need to put the work in. And then maybe the 5% you think about what are you going to do tomorrow, what are you going to do next month. But that's it. We didn't really think about it that much. We just made the videos, reached out to clients, and a couple of changes here and there. That's it.
And how would you say you obviously have your brotherhood, but you, apart from that, do you set out goals or something like that to kind of increase your output?
We talked about our goals a bit, but we didn't really write them down or anything.
Because
actually we did write them down, but we never looked at them again. So
okay.
I don't really use goals that much. Like we wanna make more money, and how do we do that? We work more, we work better, and that's what you do. And if you work more and better, you're gonna make more money.
But one thing I think personally believe is that you rise to your goals pretty much. So if you have a goal to make 2 videos per day, pretty much.
I mean, if you're gonna get more motivation, if you write your goals down, then write your goals down.
I'm not even saying that. If you set a goal in your mind, don't you?
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, sure. Like right now, I wanna hit 10K in revenue. Yeah, it's in my mind, sure. But I don't really obsess over it that much. Like I obsess over the work that needs to be done to get to 10 months. I mean, to 10K.
So you just set out this goal, but you focus purely on the work that gets you there.
But it wasn't really like I thought about it for 2 hours. I was like, okay, we're making like 6K per month this month. Okay, I want to get to 10K. That's a nice round number. So we're gonna try our best to get to 10K and then 20K and then
Got it. Yeah. So
however, we do consider, because we do want to. You don't want to know sort of at least your kind of your endpoint. Because if you want to get to 10K as fast as possible, you're gonna do different things than if you want to get to 100K as fast as possible. Because if you want to get to 100K as fast as possible, and I'm talking profit, not revenue, you're gonna invest more right now. Like right now, we're making around 6K revenue, and we invested like 2K into learning, right? Because if I wanted to get to 10K, I would optimize the expenses, and we would get to 10K a bit faster, I think. But we don't really care about making that much profit right now. We just want to eat and get to 100K as fast as possible. So we invest a lot of our time and money into learning and into hiring people as well. Like you don't need that great profit margins. You can hire a lot more people to work on your project if you want to get to a bigger goal.
So would you say that a big roadblock for most that you kind of avoided here is materialism? So by getting the paycheck and spend it all on.
No, I'm very fucking materialistic. I just want more money.
Go ahead.
Like I do this because I want way more. Like I don't really care about buying like $200 clothes. I want a $200,000 car, and so I'm gonna have to get to 100K per month at least. So that's how we're thinking.
Yeah, but you said you were at this point, you get 6K in your revenue.
Yeah, around there.
And we will get to that, but it's just popped up. But you didn't really buy anything fancy at this time.
Nothing fancy. Yeah, no. The MMA membership.
So
is-
you are
is-
materialistic, but at this point, you
like,
reinvested into your
Yeah, I
knowledge.
don't see a point in having $200 clothes, right? I mean, I could, I guess, buy a nice T-shirt and whatever.
The temptation
I
is
don't-
there.
Yeah, not really. I don't care about it.
Got it.
Like I do care about nice cars. I want a nice car, but that's like $100,000, so that's where you're gonna get.
But would you say that having that materialistic goal, something that inspires you, is important?
I mean, yeah, you wanna know why you're doing it.
So you pretty much know when you make it. Not make
guess
it. There will
so.
never be an end point. Get me
Yeah,
straight,
there's
but
never an end point. Yeah, I don't think there's an end point. I think every time you get the goal, like I'm 100% sure that once we get to 100K, we're gonna want to get to 1 million. It just
it just never
is.
ends.
Yeah, no, it's-
Yeah.
but I have heard a lot of people say that the journey, you should
Not the
enjoy the journey.
destination.
So if you don't enjoy working and talking about work 24/7, I don't think you should do it. Because I like my life right now. Like we didn't reach the goals we want, but it's great. I love working every day and going to the gym and MMA training, and I don't really care if we make it in the next 2 years or not. I don't really care. Like I'm gonna do everything in my power to make it in the next 2 years, but I don't care. Like it doesn't affect my happiness that much.
Your output won't input your input, pretty much. So what I'm saying, it's even if you don't get the results, you will still work as hard as possible.
Yeah, because I just like working as hard as possible, and I like seeing the growth.
I actually 100% agree with that, because a lot of people that start off, and tell me if you agree with this, but they have this problem of attaching themselves to the results. So if they don't get the results first month, they say it just isn't for me. Or if they
Yeah.
get the results for 3 months and the fourth month, they get super demoralized if they get less results, for example.
Yeah, you have the story. I think if I remember it correctly, you were talking to a guy with your copywriting, and you said you sent 500 mails, and you were complaining to him you didn't get no responses. And I think he just said 500. I sent 5,000. What are you doing? Just do more. Like, yeah, people think you're gonna get successful in 1 month. Like, no, you need just do more. Just do
Yeah.
more.
And like, yeah, obviously,
Yeah.
I have my experiences and I agree with that. But for you, you also did outreach, right? And I'm sure that
Yeah, we did too little. Of course we did. Like we're still doing not enough. Like you can always do more, and you have to always do more.
Yeah, but I'm almost more aiming to the rejection aspect. So you did the work, but you get the zero.
Yeah, I mean it sucks if you send 500 emails and you get 0 responses. I know you've been there, and it sucks. But
But what are you gonna do?
what are you gonna do about it? Like, what are you gonna go cry, shit your pants, maybe
Give up?
give up, go to
It's
9 to 5. Like, if you wanna go to 9 to 5, go to 9 to 5. Like that was never an option for us. So.
Yeah, but we laugh about it. But some people actually do that. They actually give up. But for us, it isn't even an option, is it?
Yeah, it's not an option, you know. Like, okay, if my business goes to shit and I need to go to a 9 to 5 to eat, I'll get a 9 to 5, yeah. But
You will still be working.
yeah,
on it.
but I'll still be working on my business. Yeah, so don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not against 9 to 5. Like, if you need to work
Do
9
what
to
you
5 to survive, yeah, go work 9 to 5. There's no problem with that.
Got it. And would you say that mindset is crucial for success? Go.
Yeah, persistence.
Got it. Got it. And yeah, I totally agree. But to kind of move forward with the story of your not success, but pretty much your agency is you had this brotherhood, 4 of you editing in the same room, had this vision. You were working at it, like you said, probably 90-80% work, just a little bit of talking and prospect, imagining your goals. So you pretty much conquered locally, would you say, or?
I think we became the best short form video agency in Slovenia. Now there's a caveat to this. We became the best short form agency that makes clips from clients' existing long form. there was some other short form agencies that do UGC. So basically, they have people film themselves. We don't do the filming; we just convert the long form to short form. But yeah, I think we were number one in Slovenia.
Yeah,
I
so
think we still are, but
so
it's Slovenia.
it's not that
great.
big of a accomplishment.
It's not that. It sounds good,
Yeah.
but it's really not that.
I won't downplay it. It's super impressive because I'm from Slovenia as well, and I can tell you, it is a small country, but the success is still there. The achievement is
I mean,
definitely
it's nice.
there.
It's nice.
It's definitely there, and especially with the amount of time, the little you've been there. This pretty much a good year at this point,
Yeah.
and you're already the best, and locally, you know,
I mean,
there's
yeah.
nobody better,
Yeah.
pretty much,
I mean, yeah. There's nobody better in Slovenia.
and you can get there in 1 year, pretty much from 0 to here. It's
Yeah.
1 year for you.
I mean, yeah. I guess we were also lucky, of course, but you know, you just don't stop and you do your best, and you get the results.
And I don't know if you're comfortable with sharing this, but at what, for example, revenue were you at this point? Which is
3 to 4K per
3 to 4.
month revenue. Yeah, we had like 8 clients, I think, Slovenia.
8 clients got you 3 to 4, and then you started. You saw that it was good. You were conquering, but there wasn't.
I mean, we tried to outsource everything. We tried to see how good it would scale, and we outsourced everything. And then we realized you get 100 to 200 euros per month per client. And for that 200 euros, you have to talk to the client and talk to the editors and manage the editors. And it was just not enough.
So it was too small of a margin.
Yeah, so we were basically forced to move to America if we wanted to scale.
Oh, so I
Like-
get it. So at this point, all of your work was from you 4 guys. You didn't have any other editors, and you were thinking about getting other editors.
Yeah, and then we outsourced, I think, pretty much almost everything. And then we realized, oh shit, this isn't profitable. Like this
Or
isn't
it's too
sustainable.
small of a profit.
Yeah, I mean, if we were better off making the videos ourselves. Like the amount of time we spent correcting the editor's mistake and managing the clients, it was literally better to do the videos yourself.
So let's put a number on it, so it's easier for the viewers to kind of imagine the difference. What were you charging per clip average in Slovenia?
Euro.
And then you decided, because you said the profit margin was too little and you wanted to scale and pretty
Yeah.
much outsource, so you started to move to American and pretty much
Yeah.
global. And that was the reason. And when you moved, how much did you charge? And
We charge around USD per clip now.
and it's pretty much more than double.
Yeah, it's more than double. Now, I will say the clips are better quality now. Of course, we do put more time in the clips. And
Because
we
you can
do
afford it.
actually, yeah, because we can afford it, yeah, of course. And we actually do, we give the clients more attention and focus on their growth more than before. Like before we were doing just clips, now we actually give them ideas, examples, what they should do to grow better. So it's a better product and we get paid more, and it's just, and also we were getting way more complaints about the price in Slovenia than after we doubled it in America.
When it was
So-
cheaper, you were getting more complaints.
and the quality of clients is also way better now. Like, you shouldn't go low ticket at the beginning. You should try to sell to rich people, because in our experience, it's just way better. You get better quality clients. They don't give you that many complications or shit or whatever. It's just better. Yeah.
Got it. And what we are at the point where you went from locally to American, pretty much globally. And when was that? How long ago from now?
2 months ago, I think.
2 months ago. So it's pretty recent.
Yeah, pretty recent. Yeah.
And you started outreaching. And how long did it take you to get the results globally? Was there any difficulty there? How long did it take and stuff like that?
I think it was like 2 weeks first client.
Instantly.
Almost. Yeah.
Crazy.
It wasn't that bad. Yeah. Pretty good.
And what was was it like one client, 2 client?
I mean, yeah, we have right now 3 clients, 3 American clients, yeah.
And that was, like you mentioned before, that was enough to double your
Yeah.
revenue.
Yeah.
So you went from 8 clients,
And we have 8 now, but it's just double revenue.
and you have the same amount of clients.
Yeah.
And you
Just
have
double
that's
revenue.
crazy. And would you say that's, you said put in a lot of hard work, but that was that 20% of thinking,
Yeah.
thinking that.
Yeah, you can't just work, right?
But if you kept on working Slovenian, if you didn't adjust the plan,
Yeah.
you could work how much you want, but you wouldn't get.
I mean, if we optimized everything, I guess I could get like 2K per month profit. But in America, it's just 100 times more, way more potential.
Yeah.
It's just first of all, there's 2 million people in Slovenia total. So like, how many clients can you get interested in short form? Not that many, and they're also mostly poor, so you can't charge them that much. So, yeah.
So the quantity is bigger, and also the quality and how much you can pay.
Yeah.
Good. And that was 2 months ago, and where are we now? What did change in those 2 months? You were outreaching to others. Are you outsourcing things? Are you looking for new editors? What are you doing?
Yeah, we're looking for new editors right now to get we're looking to get way more editors to have a reserve, so that if clients come in, we don't have any issues onboarding.
So you can always supply the demand.
Yeah. That's what we're looking for right now. And also we're trying to get to 2 clients per week, 2 new clients per week.
The growth, okay.
Yeah.
And obviously every business has systems, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you pretty much putting those in place. The
system we're building the systems. Yeah.
Also, in that process of building systems, you don't have it to finish yet. Yeah.
Well, it's never finished.
Yeah.
It's never finished, but we've built some foundations, for how to teach the editors, how to get the editors.
Also, you teach them yourself.
Yeah, we have tutorials, we have Discord server to teach the editors.
So your current tasks are okay. You pretty much have the editing down.
Yeah.
You have the editing down. You have good clients. It's just about scaling now, getting more editors and getting more of the actual customers.
But at least this time it works in theory. Like the last time, it didn't even work in theory. Like we knew, okay, if we 10x what we had in Slovenia, it was still shit. So if we 10x what we have now, it's great. So at least it works in theory. Now we just need to actually do it.
Got it. And how do you guarantee quality with editors? Do you have like a process?
Right now we check the quality ourselves, but we're probably gonna put someone on retainer who's gonna do the quality checking, and also
in the future when fits your budget.
When it fits our budget.
Because right now you can kind of do a lot of things yourself, right? But when you scale up,
but you also have to keep in mind to build everything in the way where someone new can do it, and someone new can do it efficiently and for the least amount of money possible. So like there's a lot of things I could save money on right now if I just did it myself, but I know that in the future it's going to cost me more money, so we just have to optimize everything.
So your time actually is worth more,
I guess. Yeah, sure.
Got it. So you are now we went from the point of you starting affiliate marketing with zero editing to now to a point where you're, like you said, 6K revenue and doing video editing globally and starting to scale out, actually outsourcing the stuff to other editors. So are you actually doing any editing yourself currently?
Me, no. There's 4 of us, like I said before. Now 2 guys are still doing editing. They will be later in charge of the full supply, and they'll manage the editors. But right now, I mean, they'll always have to keep a foot in the game. They'll always have to keep like a little bit of editing to stay in the game, to stay sharp. But I know I focus on mainly client acquisition, building systems. Right now it's building systems mainly. Yeah, I'm managing
building systems. Okay, and it's crazy, isn't it? You went from this editing and you perfected editing, and then you edit yourself, and now you don't even do editing yourself.
Yeah, well, around like 4 months ago, we decided it's best if we split it and 2 guys do the supply and 2 guys try to focus on clients. Yeah, man, that's pretty much what we're sticking with right now.
Got it. And you said you don't do video editing, but you kind of said your tasks were to manage the systems. But what do you actually do that day? You said you wake up, you work.
Okay, so my work, actual like deep work I need to do right now is very little. Like I don't do traditional work a lot. A lot of my work is just thinking on how we could improve things, which sounds like bullshit and it looks like bullshit too. Like I literally just sit there and stare at the wall.
Okay.
But every now and then I come up with a good idea that gives us, 5% saved here and there. Also, what recently we were hiring new editors, so I took the interviews with editors, qualified them, onboarded them into Discord. I talked with the editors. That's pretty much.
But it's crazy to hear that because previously in the conversation you mentioned that you advise people to do 80% work
I
and
mean,
20%
yeah.
of thinking. And
When-
now you're pretty much doing almost 100% of thinking.
At the peak of that stage, when we were in the beginning, we were sleeping 6 hours per day, and we were making 6 clips per day. Okay, so here's how it looks like. We went to sleep around noon, 12 p.m. We went to sleep at midnight, and we woke up at 4 a.m.
Okay. That's 4 hours, not 6.
Yeah, that's
Crazy.
I'll get to them. No, it was 3.5 hours of sleep at night. Woke up at like 4 a.m. Went to worked until midday, so around 12
So you
o'clock.
had what, a job? Or
No, videos. I made
Videos.
6 videos before 10 a.m.
really? Okay.
And and then I went to sleep again at around 12, slept 1 hour and a half, so that was 6 hours in total. And then, just worked on the websites that I was doing and just other stuff, and then went to the gym. Yeah.
Would you say like that is a healthy lifestyle? It's a maintainable.
Oh, I
Or did you?
I hated it. No, I didn't like it.
Did you know that that wasn't gonna be your whole life?
Yeah, no, I felt like shit. Yeah, I don't recommend it. But unless you have a lot of shit to do, like I can't tell you how much time I had in a day. Like anyone that's did video editing knows how long it takes to make 6 videos per day, and then also do websites and whatever. Like I had a lot of time, but I felt like shit. So
Yeah.
we did that for like a week.
Half
After
just
that,
a week.
yeah, it was just a week. And then after that, we went to 8 hours of sleep and pretty much the same, just with 2 hours less.
And now that was at the startup, right? Pretty
Yeah.
much you
Yeah.
had more. Would you say that at the startup is when you have to do the most work?
Yeah, 100%. Like at the very beginning, you need to decide what you want to do and plan it. And then after that stage, which is very small, by the way, that's not a fucking month. Like you don't need a month planning what you're going to do. Like that's like 1 to 2 days, you decide, okay, I want to get into whatever. And then you actually do it. And then it's like just work. Because at that point, you don't actually need to be sharp. You don't need to be that sharp. And then you don't need to actually be that smart or whatever. You just need to do it. Right now, it's way more important for me to get enough sleep so I can think about things and strategize and plan for the future.
Strategize for the future. Okay, that's right now. So you did kind of shift from 80% work to 100%.
I mean, that is flipped right now, yeah.
Flipped right
20% work, 80%
so
thinking.
your kind of previous suggestion was for the beginning stage, and I was gonna mention that before, but kind of came up right now. It depends on what position you are, right? If you like, for example, a CEO obviously will be doing more thinking, but if
Yeah.
you're at the ground level, you actually want to do the work yourself.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
you need
come-
to, because unless you can pay someone to do the work for you.
Yeah. So when you reach the point, you're pretty much privileged right now. You
Yeah.
are scaling. You reach
Yeah.
a certain goal where you can scale. Right. So you need to reach that.
Go.
Yeah, you need to reach it. So what I'm trying to say is that at the startup, you would recommend
Just
do
work,
it,
yeah.
do it yourself.
Like the work needs to get done. But right now, it's just way better if I think about things and manage people. It's just a way better use of my time than if I actually go
higher
and do the work
ROI,
myself.
right?
Yeah, higher. Outsourcing yourself.
I feel like myself because sometimes when you do the actual work at this stage, it feels like not that downgrading, but it
Yeah.
feels like you could be doing
Yeah.
more meaningful things.
However, I will say there's 4 of us which are kind of founders, and 2 of them do actually still do videos, and it's a bit different if you're by yourself. So like right now we can get a lot of work done. I mean, they do a lot of work. They sometimes actually do all-nighters because they have that much work, and I mainly do the thinking. That's because there's 4 of us. Like if you're by yourself, you're the only owner, you're probably gonna have to do way more work than I do at this stage.
So you're in a privileged position, right? Yes. So the only difference for someone who might be without like brothers that might be in the self is that it will take longer. They would just have to do the work for longer until they can afford to hire.
However, our profit margins are split to 4, so there's ups and downs.
So it's ups and downs.
Yeah.
It's actually ups and downs. Yeah, but I think would you say that it's still better to go in and with friends?
Definitely build yourself an environment that makes work way easier. Like you can start your own thing and your friends can work on their own thing, but at least they're working on something, they're not wasting time. Yeah.
So we went from 0 to 100 to where we're now, and you obviously aren't where you want to be yet.
Yeah.
You never will be, but what are your current goals? And we did kind of mention it, but how are you planning on achieving them? What is your next goal, and maybe down the road, what is your 1 year goal, and maybe even in 5 years, what is the goal?
Okay. Well, it's tough, right?
Yeah, it's obviously good.
But the first goal, and which is gonna be the first one that we're gonna achieve, is 10K. We're at 6 right now, so I don't think that should take too long. I give it like a month tops, maybe even 2 weeks. But the next after that is 100K. Now the tricky part is it takes totally different skills to go from 0 to 1K, then to go from 1K to 10K, and then to go from 10K to 100K. It's totally different skills. Like I didn't need to know how to manage people at 1K. I didn't need to know how to, I don't know, hire people. I just need to make the videos best as possible. Videos, that's it. And right now I don't even do the videos. I just have to manage people, hire people, build systems. So it's a bit different, but it's fun. That's the fun part. Like I wouldn't want to work on the videos until I die.
So would you say this part of managing is fun or is better for you?
Which
one did you say? Would you say that it's more stressful, or would you rather be editing right now?
I mean, I still enjoy editing. I like it. I like both of it. I don't really care. It's the same. But the thing is, it's the process. It's it's the growth that gives you that dopamine. So it doesn't really matter what I do. Although I will say I hated outreach. That's the one thing I didn't like. Sending DMs, I fucking hate that. But other than that shit, everything's great.
Okay. But would you be mad if you had to go through it again?
If I would be, I mean, I wouldn't like going back to DMing, but if it has to be done, it will be done.
Got it. So it's different to go from 0 to 1, 1 to 10, 110 to 100, but it's different skills and it's the journey you said. And your next goal is 10K. You said that will be quick. You don't really need to adjust anything with that. You will just keep on doing it, and with time. Yeah. And how are you gonna get to 100K?
Well, I think past 20K is gonna be like the tipping point where we're gonna have to readjust again. Like we had to readjust at around 3 to 4K. Like I said, in Slovenia, that was a tipping point.
Change market.
Yeah, change market. And this market's probably going to allow us to go to millions. However, there's going to be a lot of obstacles in the way. Like I think 20K is going to be another tipping point. Because at 20K, we're going to actually have a lot of revenue. We're going to have money to spend on managers and outsourcing different things. Yeah, right
now, like I said,
we can still do a lot of the work ourselves right now. Yeah, that's gonna change at 20K because I don't think we're gonna.
You will just have too many editors, too many customers.
We're just gonna have to outsource something. Or even if you could do everything yourself, again, it's better to think about it, right? It's better to strategize about things and to improve the systems. Like you should be working on the business rather than in the business, like always. So if you can outsource the quality control, which isn't that high IQ of a task. Like it's not that difficult to see, okay, does the video fit the standard? Yes or no? Is it posted on time? Okay, great, that's it, right? It doesn't take that much brain power.
And it's also about systems, right? If you put a system and say to one manager, for example, follow this system, this is the criteria of the quality.
Yeah, you can pay him like 2K per month and he can do like 20 clients. And 20 clients is enough to get us to 20K. So we have to maybe invest in 2K per month in a retainer to get somebody who's going to check the quality. And then after that, it's going to free up our time and we're going to optimize everything else, and that's going to help us to get to 100K. Again, this is theory. I have no idea what's going to happen.
Obviously, it's theory, and obviously, from experience, you yourself know with Check that theory doesn't always turn out to be practice. But that's also the magic of it. You see how it goes, you plan something, you see how it goes, put in the work, and we adjust. Got it. And how about your main goal? You said what? Did you say that 100K was your last goal, or did you say 1 million?
100K is the last goal I can visualize right now, right?
Sure.
So 10K is within arm's reach. So that's not that big of a deal. I like to go from 6K to 10K, that's not that big of a deal. But 100K, I can sort of see it. It's not that real right now. I don't know what it feels like, but it's, you can kind of see what it is to 10x your business. But to 100x it's a bit far-fetched, so I have no idea.
Sure.
Yeah.
You would say that focusing on realistic goals, what you can do
I mean, realistic. Is it realistic to think you're gonna get to 100K from six?
from what you're doing
Like-
right now, yeah. I would say that
Okay, but if you look at it from a normie's perspective, I don't think it's realistic. You have to be delusional to a bit. Like to go from 6K to 100K, that's a lot. Like if you realistically look at it, it's a lot. But if you believe in yourself and a bit of delusion, and you'll get there.
But wouldn't you say that any, like I said, normie, but any normal person that might not be in this field, look at your whole system, what you're doing right now, and see that only time is keeping you away from 10K. You know, I don't think it's delusional. Maybe 100K.
I think it is delusional.
Yes,
I think it is delusional.
because let me give you a different perspective. When you set out small goals, right? So for example, if you're at $0, you shouldn't aim for 10K. You should first aim for 500 and maybe 1K,
Yeah.
right? And how do you get from 0 to 500? It's pretty much make X amount of edits.
Yeah.
And
Like if we're talking video editing, just outreach people and then just fulfill.
you can
what
kind
want.
of set out goals, and they are realistic. I
Yeah.
wouldn't even say it's delusional. I think it's delusional if you don't know the process that goes from someone looking from outside in.
Sure.
But if you actually do the work, if you see, look, this guy is doing it, it's possible to get paid, for example, $20 per clip, and you need like one client that gets like, I don't know the math, but for example, 30 clips, and
Well,
you're there.
Yeah, but I think the delusion is what separates you from the normies. Because if you look at the statistics, how many companies actually get to 6K revenue? Like, I think 90% of companies fail in the first year. So that's 10%. And then how many companies get to 100K per month revenue? Like, if you look at the statistics, it's just not going to happen. But I don't care. Like, I don't care. It's just this delusion that keeps you going. Like, you have to know you're going to make it and then just keep working. Because the ones that did fail didn't believe in themselves and they didn't keep doing it. Like, okay, sure, some of them were hit by natural disasters, whatever. But a lot of them just gave up or didn't, I don't know, just failed somewhere and then they just gave up.
Everyone gave up. If you failed, you give up.
Yeah.
Would you say that you can't fail if you don't give up? Because what even is failure? You know,
Yeah.
falling down isn't failure if you get
Yeah.
back up,
Yeah.
right? If you lose 100K today and that's 100% your money, or for example, if you lose 5K, you didn't fail. You just hit the bump. You only failed if you would have at that point given up. Would you say the truth?
Well, you need to be consistent, never stop, and also be delusional that you're gonna make it, and you don't care what the results say. Like you basically need to ignore objective reality. Like I've been working on this for 6 months. I've made $100 from this in 6 fucking months, but I'm gonna keep going because someday I'm gonna make it. That's delusional, but that's what works, so that's what you do.
Yeah, that is delusional, but
It is delusion, but delusion's not bad. If it benefits you, it's not bad. Like it's delusional, but it
Nah,
benefits me, so I don't care.
let's get straight. I do agree that you gotta be delusional to some point to reach this, because I see it, like for example, with my own parents, with normal friends, you know, that don't really pursue entrepreneurship. They just don't think the same. If you tell them your plans, they will look at you kind of weird one day, and they just don't get it. And
But the thing is, they're right. Like if you statistically look at it, like they're right. You're probably not gonna make it. However, you don't need to be a statistic. Like you can just ignore.
you can be the other
you can
part of the statistic.
Ignore objective reality and just do it, and then you will succeed. The thing is that 90% of people are stupid and lazy. I mean, everyone's stupid and lazy. It's a scale, but most people give up.
The statistics are cancer, bro, because
Statistics are gay. Statistics are gay.
everything is gay
Ignore objective reality. Be delusional.
to some point. I wouldn't say, you know.
There's no limits to the delusion. Just go fucking all out. I don't care.
Listen to him, bro. He's doing better than me, so listen to him. But yeah, sure. I agree with that.
I mean, don't be delusional in the sense that you are 100% sure you're gonna make it and then you do nothing all day. Like work your ass off and then just be delusional. in the sense
Delusion
that
has to be supported by
yeah,
work.
of course, yeah.
Yeah. I would say be delusional in your goal setting, but don't be delusional.
I mean, you're gonna have to do the work. Like it's gonna take a lot of fucking work,
Sacrifices.
and it's probably gonna suck ass. But if you wanna get there, that's what it takes.
That's true. That's true, actually. 50 more minutes. We're just discussing. We've been doing this for a long. We've been talking for long, but I think it's going well. I think if anyone is watching this point, that there's a lot of value being shared. And we did kind of go over your whole story of the agency and how what mindset you had to kind of grasp and your kind of whole story.
Yep.
I do have some more questions written down, and yeah, pretty much. What was the hardest part of all this year?
I guess almost being hungry. That's not great. But other than that, I genuinely enjoyed the whole process. So
You didn't have fried dopamine senses from gaming, and it wasn't hard for you.
it wasn't really that hard. Like really, if you put yourself in the environment that I put myself in, which means like everything, like don't swim against the
The grain,
flow.
the grain, the grain.
The grain.
Yeah.
Don't swim against the grain, right? Like put yourself in an environment that's gonna make you work harder, and it was genuinely not that hard.
Yeah, yeah. I think you can still reach success with swimming against the grain. I think it's called that, but
I mean, yeah, but just
it's
optimize-
much. Why would you do that if
Yeah,
you
why
can
would you
swing
do
with
that?
the
Yeah.
flow? You know.
Yeah.
And with that, I do wanna ask: your parents aren't entrepreneurs, are they?
I mean, my dad does have a company. I guess he's an entrepreneur. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's this company about?
Oil. He transports oil and diesel for the house heating.
Got it.
Yeah.
And that's why, because I want to ask you, what are your parents' views on all this?
No, they actually support it. Like I know some of you guys don't have supportive parents. Now, unfortunately, I can't help you with that because I don't know what that feels like, what it looks like. My parents do actually support me, so I guess I'm lucky in that sense.
Very lucky, sure. Yeah, I feel like that a lot of people struggle with that, myself included. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I can imagine it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But you have support from your parents, you have support from your brotherhood. But don't get it twisted, it's still hard, isn't it? Even with all of support.
I mean,
even-
like I said, like there was a period of about, I don't know,
yeah,
almost 6 months where I had $1,000 in saving, and every month there was less in savings, and I got to a point where there was negative $90 euros. Sorry, like I had negative money at one point, right? So it's not just
so it would be much
Up, up,
easier
up.
to just get a job, to just get paid those guaranteed 1,000 whatever dollars.
I don't think it would be easier for me because I just hate my life. So
Yeah,
I think that was the easier path for me.
financially it would be easier, but mentally
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
live.
It's like, now I would credit a lot of this to Tate actually because I think he brainwashed me to be like this. I do genuinely think like consuming his content did change my life.
His misogynistic views.
Yeah, that was great.
It was great being, I think it's great being misogynistic myself as well. Because
I fucking hate women.
I can't agree with that, but yeah, obviously. What would you say to do it real quickly? I don't want to go off topic, but to take haters, because I've been talking with them recently, some of them, and a lot of them actually think that he hates the world, he's full of hate, but I think it would be actually quite the opposite. And you can just look at it from the aspect of, okay, you might view him as that and this and that, but I look at it from what he did for me, you know?
Mhm.
Would you have, like, what was your life before Tate and after Tate, I would say?
I mean, before it, I was in high school and I was living with my parents.
What were your goals before, and
But I didn't really have any actual goals.
No
I don't think
goals.
so, no.
your video games?
Pretty much, yeah. I did go to the gym before though. That was me. That was my idea, by the way.
Hi.
Going to the gym, I invented going to the gym. I was the first one to ever go to the gym. It was my idea.
Crazy.
Didn't hear that from anyone.
Okay, but Tate kind of, so you with this kid, gaming, the gym was your only kind of
Yeah, I
purpose,
was gaming and then gym, yeah. Was it?
and you were underperforming in school. You didn't really weren't really ambitious.
School was
Yeah,
fine.
it was whatever.
Like I passed school.
Got
So I mean I wasn't a great student, but wasn't a failing student either.
So, what would you say to the haters, right? To hate the Tate, and no matter what they might think Tate is like, but purely from your story, right? From going to a gaming addict, only doing the gym and nothing, not really any purpose, really, right?
Yeah.
To now having this own agency, good future, pretty much making more than you would with a normal job, and yeah, pretty much changing life in a positive way. What would you say to the haters?
I mean, just watch more of his stuff. I think. I mean, I hated him like the first month.
Really?
Like he was funny, but I was like,
What the
piece of
fuck?
shit, I hate. What the fuck are you talking about, right?
So you were actually a hater at the beginning.
I mean, I wasn't like posting hate comments, but I was hate watching.
Okay.
He was funny, so I wanted to watch him because he was funny. But I hated something about him because he's arrogant, has cars and shit. So I hate him like for about a
Because
month.
you didn't have it. Or...
And then because he was so funny, I just kept watching him, and then I started liking him. Yeah.
So would you say that Tate is one of the main inspirations you are?
Sure.
also?
Yeah, I can say that. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, obviously. And say what you want with Tate, but obviously David here is living proof that he does have positive impact on the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to also ask you, for anyone who's watching this, would you recommend video editing to others?
I mean, if you want to do it, do it. There's a lot of skills you can learn. Like, I don't know, copywriting, video editing. Like, there's a lot of shit you can do. Whatever you want to do. Whatever sounds the best, just do it. But keep in mind, it should be a service. If you're starting out and don't have a lot of money, it should probably be a service. Because if you
Something you can do for free.
yeah, without investing too much money, yeah.
Because you have, if you are starting, you have zero budget, you have low budget, but you have
a lot of
unlimited time, right?
Yeah.
So you want to do something that converts time to
Money, yeah.
money. Yeah. And if that means a job, right? It's a job, but I would say that's something that actually benefits you personally is better. So you could go work some job, but you did video editing, and it actually gave you inspiration, also gave you the vision, but also improved you in video editing, right? If you would go do some job, you probably wouldn't improve.
You
as
wouldn't
much.
get any.
Like especially 1 year, right? And with a job, you might be working for 5 years and get like, I don't know, a 5-10% bonus or raise, maybe 20%, but you pretty much 6x that or whatever, right?
I mean, it's infinity because it was zero.
Yeah. Or for example, if we take the average 1,000, right?
Mhm.
6x pretty much in 1 year. That's not possible with any sort of job.
Yeah.
So would you recommend, okay, video editing, you said whatever, right?
Like
It's
if you want to
service.
do it, yeah.
Yeah, but what about entrepreneurship itself?
Like, I mean, it depends what you want out of life. If you want to be a normal person with normal person problems, you go to a 9 to 5, you watch TV, you play football. If you want to do something more, like this is the red pill, you're going to have to work a fuck ton of time. It's going to suck at the beginning, but once you make it, it's way better.
So you would say the struggles are worth it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really that much of a struggle for me, really. Like, looking back at it, okay, that 1 week of sleeping 6 hours per day was shit, but other than that,
You would say
and that was my fault. Like, we chose to do that, so it's like, it's not
it was
that
self-inflicted.
bad. Yeah. Although I did probably enjoy the process because I was living with friends, right? Like, if I was alone, it might suck more. Which is, again, why I recommend the environment to everyone.
Having friends on the same path.
Yeah.
It's a hack.
Yeah, 100%. It's the best productivity hack out there.
But not just productivity, like you said, it made the journey more enjoyable itself.
Yeah, it's just way better.
It sped it up, and it made it more enjoyable, and it's just a bonus in every single way.
Like, if you want to get good at something, surround yourself with people that are either already good at that thing, that's ideal, because they can directly give you advice and guide you. And if they're not already good at that thing, at least people that also want to be good at that thing.
Yeah, I don't think that being good at it particularly matters, not especially at the
I
start.
mean, it would be better,
It
right?
would be better, but
it's also fine if people are.
I think the mindset and trying to improve yourself and trying
It's
having that
enough.
ambition,
It's enough.
it's still 100 times, a million times better than just some
Being
guy that
alone.
doesn't have the ambition, you know?
Yeah.
And even that, if there is one, for example, video editor,
Mm-hmm.
that is good, he's been video editing for 5 years, but he doesn't want to improve, he doesn't have the ambition. I would even say the person starting out and has a ton of ambition, wants to learn, wants to improve, is even better, I would say. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I would say so.
I think you would get more benefit, like purely profit-wise or whatever right now. But I think mindset is affectionate. I don't think I don't know if it's the right word, but it robs up on you. So if someone is ambitious and want to learn, you also want to learn and be ambitious. Like you said, if other friends are working as hard as fuck, are dedicated, you most likely, if 4 of them or 3 of them are working hard, you just can't be the one that isn't working hard, right? I think.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's impossible for me to slack off right now.
Yeah, I got it. So if you couldn't do video editing, what would you do? If video editing was just off limits?
I don't know, maybe copywriting, because that's another campus in HU. I don't know, just some other service.
So never 9 to 5 job.
No, I don't. No.
That's not an option.
No, unless it's necessary to survive. In that case, sure, but other than that, no. Maybe websites. Yeah, I'd probably go into websites, try to sell websites, which is also a service, right? So.
Got it. And we were talking about right. You just said you would never go to a normal job, but did you actually ever have a normal job?
No.
No summer job, nothing. You never had a job?
No, I never had an official job. Like I was, I guess, employed for the websites, but it wasn't really like a normal job. Like I would work when I wanted to work and pretty much how much I wanted to work. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I told them how much I wanted to work like in next week or month, and based on how much I wanted to work, that's how much work they gave me. So it was really...
So you don't really relate to people with another project?
No, unfortunately not. I never like actually had a job like a 9 to 5 where I have to be there from this time to that time.
Yeah, that makes sense. But on a more personal level, and I think we will soon wrap this up, but I do want to ask you this. What is currently, at this moment, the kind of the most important thing to you?
I mean, most important thing, just growth. Yeah, one thing, growth.
Doesn't matter in what aspect?
In all aspects. Like fitness, martial arts, relationships, business.
As long as you're progressing?
Yeah, as long as there's progress.
Got it. But just based on fitness, MMA, business, what relationships, maybe not relationships, but what is the most important of these 3 things?
Business right now, I would say. However, I wouldn't sacrifice my health for business. Like,
okay.
So it's business, but as long as it doesn't interfere with the other ones.
Okay, but let's do this specifically, right? If there was 3 things you're doing right now, MMA, fitness, and business, right?
Yeah.
And if putting fitness aside doesn't necessarily mean less health. Well, it is less health, but you could still be healthy with fitness, right?
I mean, if
Do
I
you
did
agree?
only martial arts and business, I would still be healthy, yeah. Because that's cardio and it's enough exercise.
Okay, but
yeah.
Would you say that just doing business without doing the things would not be healthy?
Without fitness and
Without
MMA,
physical?
yeah, I wouldn't like that, no. I would actually prefer just the fitness and martial arts over business.
Okay, so that was kind of my question. If you could only have one thing, what would that be?
Yeah, if only one, definitely either fitness or martial arts. Probably even martial arts. Because if you're only rich and you're unhealthy and you can't fight, it's just you're a rich nerd. So
It's not worth the journey, right? So
Yeah,
when you
no.
get there, you look down.
I don't think so, no. Because you have money. Okay,
What did I do with all this?
But yeah, you're weak, and I don't think it's worth it.
Good.
Like if you want to temporarily sacrifice your health for like a week or a month, yeah, sure, we could discuss
But in
that.
the long time, you know,
but
you
not in the long run, no.
Yeah. You would say it's good to compromise your health for wealth, but
Like
or even
very
for-
short period.
if you know that in the future, when you're done with this crucial period, this hard period, you will get back.
I mean, yeah, 100%. Like the 2 guys that live with us, they've pulled some all-nighters in the past week.
Which isn't healthy, you would
Which
agree,
isn't
right?
healthy, but it's like last week and then this week and then that's it. Because we had like a lot of work to be done. But yeah,
So-
not in the long run. No.
So
We
you
wouldn't-
would agree that sometimes it is necessary to do that.
Like, yeah, you have to sacrifice some things, yeah. Like temporary health sacrifices, like small, like don't do, I don't know, coke or some shit. Like if you, like you're not gonna die if you sleep 2 hours less,
Sure.
like for 3 days. It's fine.
And what would you say was the biggest sacrifice you had to make? Not like health because that wasn't. But
Comfort. Comfort, I guess.
Comfort.
Yeah, I mean, you can play video games, you can't watch bullshit YouTube, you can't procrastinate. So I guess comfort. That's the biggest, yeah.
Got it. And just one last question because we've been doing. I don't know how long we've been doing this for, but it's been quite long. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 hours I think. But it went past immediately. It was an interesting conversation. But one thing I want to ask for all the viewers that might be watching this by this point, right? What would you recommend for anyone who wants to go down the similar path as you? So on entrepreneurship, route, but also like a video editing. What was your tips for them?
Just never stop. Get into an environment where working is easy and procrastinating is hard. And then just never stop. Pivot if you need to. Small pivots. That's it.
Got it. David, it's been amazing. I think we're gonna wrap this up. Hope you all enjoyed, and it's been amazing talking to you.
My pleasure.
See you all soon.